Hey everyone, today we're going to be going through our chicken coop that we have. We had someone ask about what our setup looks like, and I figured some other of our members will be interested in kind of seeing what we have set up here. I think this was posted by Sarah. She was asking what our favorite chicken breed is, and also what our setup looks like. So here we're doing a video for it. If you guys have any suggestions, just like Sarah, write it in the comments below. We'll definitely look into it. If it's something we could film and shoot, we'll even do it next day. So here's our video for that. If you guys like our videos, like and subscribe. Definitely helps us a lot. We're looking to get to 5,000 subscribers in a very short amount of time, so help us reach that goal. And let's start with the walkthrough. So this is the inside section of our chicken coop. And I apologize, there's a little bit of background noise, I think, because there's a lawnmower from our neighbors. But here is what our chicken coop looks like. And it's actually, it was part of the building that was here already. What we ended up doing was the floor was just the asphalt. So it was just regular asphalt floor with walls and stuff built up, and kind of like a regular building. What we ended up doing was put some kind of framing on the bottom. It was 2x4 framing, and then we laid down pieces of plywood. And the plywood we actually used were some of the scrap pieces of plywood from our trailer builds. So we like to reuse and use our spare pieces as much as possible. We don't like to waste anything here. So it was perfect use here. And we actually just cleaned this coop out yesterday. So there's new wood chips in here. It smells really good. It smells like pine because it's pine wood chips. Let me bring you guys in closer. So it's actually, they call it pine shavings. I believe this is it's called like pasteurized pine shavings or something. And we get that because it's, well, first of all, it's really good with absorbing moisture. So, these chickens are in here for most of the night, and then we let them out in the morning. We want to have it something that will absorb any moisture from any water they spill or from their poop and stuff on the ground. So it's really good with that. The second thing is the smell. It's really good with covering up smell. I mean, it will smell really good like this for a couple of days. And while this chicken's here, actually, let me go into our favorite chicken breed. This one right here is my favorite. I have no idea what the name of this breed is, but I love the way it looks. Look at the way the feathers are. So this is a chicken that we bought, or we got as a chick. I believe it was in the middle of summer. So the place where we bought the chicks from, they have like 2 seasons of bringing in chicks. So the first batch we got, kind of towards winter, or actually it was towards the end of winter, and those are the big ones that lay our eggs now. But then we got a batch of other chickens, and you can see we also got some Guinea Fowl there. They're enjoying the outdoors. So that's another big thing. So we wanted our chickens to be as free range as possible. So when they're inside here, they go to sleep in there. So at nighttime, they all pile up in there themselves. And then during the daytime, you can see a lot of them are right here. They're piled up here. And these are our egg layers. Also, our favorite chicken right here. Name's Greg. I think you guys seen him before. When we got him, and we've had him since he was like a very, very tiny chick. When we first got him, we thought he was a rooster, just because of how the tail is, and he just looked like a rooster. And we were not familiar with that breed, so we bought 5 of what should have been silkies, and he came as like the 5th silky, and turns out he's actually a Polish chicken, which is pretty interesting because down the road from here, they sell Polish chickens, like fully grown Polish chickens, apparently egg layers. They sell them for like $45, which is I don't know if we got a deal of a lifetime or what with Greg, but turns out he's also a female. So she started laying eggs just last week, and they're these bright white, like extremely white eggs, but they're much smaller than usual chicken eggs, and they're amazing looking eggs. I mean, she's doing a really good job so far, but she's very weird. She's, I don't know if you guys watched the movie Moana before, but she's just like the chicken in Moana. She hits walls. She's very jumpy. And if you guys research the Polish chicken breed, that's actually how they usually are. Like they're just jumpy chickens, and usually they can't see. So what we've been doing is trimming around its eyes so it could see a little bit more than it is right now, and that seems to be helping so far. Here's our one of our baby chicks. We had that chicken right there. It started, staying in the coop and laying. So we thought it was ready to become a mother. So we got a baby chick from the place we got chicks from, and we put it underneath her, and she's been taking care of her ever since, which is really awesome. Here's our second round of baby chicks. Now, like I was saying, the one big philosophy we have is having them be outdoors, free range as much as possible. So here's where we raise them when they're little. So it's this huge fenced area. The fence is about 5.5, 6 feet. In some places it's like 6.5 feet actually. And right now it looks pretty rocky. Actually, let me bring you guys in from here. It looks very rocky from here, but it was actually all grass. So chickens have a tendency of basically killing everything that is under them. I think their poop is acidic, so it kind of affects the soil. But the good thing is now, once all the chicks here have grown up, and this is not all of them either. I mean, most of them are outside. These ones just came in there. Once they're all grown up, they start going into the big area where the big chickens are, which is great because now this soil here can regrow for an entire year, and once we get another round of chickens, they're all good to go. In total, we have something like 49 chickens, 49 or 50 chickens. We got 3 roosters, 2 cats. I can see our other cats kind of bothering the roosters and stuff. Oh, here we go. There's gonna be a showdown. She normally doesn't play around like this with the chicks. She doesn't bother them. But today she's I don't know, she's feeling a little grumpy today. She's kind of acting weird. There's the guinea fowl. So the guinea fowl we got the same time as these little chicks here. We never had guinea fowl before, but we read that they're really good at eating ticks and stuff. And since we free range them, that was great for us. Here's their normal eating spot. So before I told you guys, we like to feed our chickens a combination of scratch and layer. And when we feed them, we wet it. So we put it in a little bucket, and then we add some water and make it wet. And they really enjoy that. There's Greg, or Gloria rather, since she lays eggs. So here's the inside setup. I haven't went too much into detail here. We have these A-frames, 2x4 A-frames from Trailer Builds, as you guys might have guessed. And we kind of repurposed some old 2x4s that we had and made this setup here. So these are branches from our yard. They're totally normal branches that we have. We have some pine, I believe, and I'm not sure what this one is. I think it's like white birch or something. The rest of those are white birch, and there's a bunch of places to sit. They typically, once they grow older and older, they'll sit on the top. So that's why we have a pretty big top section. So they really, at nighttime, they'll all be here, and that's how we count them at night. In terms of laying eggs, we have coops here. There is, let me see, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 areas. And something that some of you guys may not know is chickens are, when they lay eggs in the intention of creating a nest. So we have these fake ceramic eggs, and we keep these in there, and we have X's on them because they look extremely realistic and similar to our real chicken eggs. Let me see if I could give you guys a comparison here. I mean, you can't even tell the difference there. But the one that with the X is fake. So when you put the egg in there, when you leave a fake egg, like this one has a golf ball, it really doesn't matter as long as it's like white and sort of roundish. I've seen some people put like light bulbs and stuff. Honestly, you could put anything in there and they'll usually lay there. So what the important part of doing that is, and you can see all of them have those fake eggs, it creates like almost a habit and makes them come back to lay there every time. So if you don't have eggs there, or if you don't have something there like fake eggs or golf balls, they're gonna lay everywhere, and that's kind of a big issue with people. I mean, especially us, since we eat our eggs in the morning, and we sell like the rest of them to our friends and family. It's kind of important because we need our eggs, and we can't have them just lay anywhere because we don't want predators and stuff to come and take them either. So that's why you put one of those fake eggs there. We have brown eggs and white eggs as fakes. And today we also collected this massive egg. So just a comparison, this is the normal size egg we get. This is very typical size. And I mean, this is like jumbo plus. Like, it's huge. And I weighed, last time we had, well, we usually have a jumbo egg every single day. But last time I weighed the jumbo egg, I believe it's like 3+ ounces. So it's like 3.1 or something ounces, which is much bigger than the typical egg. And I mean, these are, just open range chicken eggs, so they're supposed to be smaller typically as well. In terms of food, we have these feeders. They work pretty well. We kind of like them. Our one issue, we got a lot of issues with our chicken coop at the moment, but our biggest issue right now is our watering solution. So we have just one of these, I guess they call it like a drip water system. It has water in here. You can see it's very clean, and you fill up the top here and it leaks down. But it makes the bottom wet as well if it's not completely level. And when they drink it and stuff, they knock it over, they shake it, it drips everywhere, which is not good for the inside here, because then it becomes wet and you get chance of diseases and stuff at that point. So we don't want anything wet or anything spilling here, and that is our one issue right now, that watering system. So we tried those ones with the small spout, but because actually it's right up here too, the small spout one, and we put in a big bucket, but the big chickens weren't able to figure it out. They don't peck at it, so they finish the water inside of it, and that's it. They don't peck it, and they go thirsty basically. But we always have water inside and outside. So we currently have these. We're trying out a new solution, so we just ordered it from Amazon today, I think. And it's just a big well, like it's a big well like that, and kind of similar to that, I guess. But rather than being like a click, so that one they have to peck at that yellow thing, and the water releases. The one that we got is like a float valve. So as soon as the water level goes down, the valve opens up, it releases water, the float rises, and it'll close up the opening for water again, so now it won't leak. So we're going to try that out, see what we think, and we'll probably shoot a video of it as well. Today I believe we collected something like 20 plus eggs. That's kind of our usual. We have about 50 chickens and about like 31 egg layers. The rest of them are babies still. This is our new food solution. So this is like brand new. Like we just put them in just 30 minutes ago, and this is how we store our food now. So you can see this is the food that we have for them. So it's layers. So it's these pelletized food, and then it's also some scratch, and we mix it, pretty evenly. It doesn't really want to focus on there, but you can see some cracked corn, and there's some wheat and stuff in there, and that's the scratch. So we wet those when we give it to them. So we usually give one feeding in the morning. We let them loose. We give them one feeding. They eat, and then they feed, the entire day on grass and stuff like that, grasshoppers and all that stuff. And then we feed them typically just before they go back inside. But we always have access to dry food as well. If they are still hungry at night or in the morning, if we let them out late or whatever happens. So they always have that food available. You can see one of them's running away with a piece of something. And we just fed them some table scraps, so there's some vegetable bits. I believe we had some broccoli and some tomatoes from our garden, so those are there as well, so they're enjoying that right now. So that's most of our chicken setup. This is a little bit of an older video, or longer video, but I want to go in detail as much as possible. None of our cats bothers the chickens, which still surprises me. But I did skip over this little guy here. So this little guy is unfortunately injured, and he's been injured for, I think, close to 2 weeks now. And it's been 2 weeks since a hawk grabbed him and was taking him away, except the rooster kind of fought back and scared the hawk away. So he's a little injured guy. He's been injured for like 2 weeks, but he used to not be able to move at all, and he wouldn't make any noises or anything. But he now moves. Like when we open the door in the morning, he'll actually come outside. He'll eat food and stuff with the others, and then he'll just do his own thing. But we gave him some antibiotics. Put some antibiotic cream where he was injured. I guess he had like a hole in him, poked by the chicken or by the rooster. Roosters are having an argument. A hole poked in him by the hawk. So he's doing much better now, thankfully. But yeah. So that's actually, I'll mention our hawk deterrent right now, because you're not allowed to attack hawks or injure hawks or do anything to hawks in any way, because they're protected migratory birds. And we definitely don't want to do any harm to the hawk either. So what we have is these, I guess they're called like passive measures. So they're super reflective, holographic, like tinfoil type material. And we literally have it hanging like everywhere. So you might have seen it in the video already. It's literally everywhere. Apparently the light that reflects from these, especially when the sun's hitting them, really confuses them, and it seems to be working so far, especially because we have them where the chickens normally are. We still have one chicken completely missing. We have like no clue where it went, like no idea. And then one of the chicks is injured. But so far all the other chickens are here. The hawk keeps landing right there underneath the pine tree, which is, I guess it means it's working since it doesn't land in this area, and we kind of end up chasing it away from there when we see it. And we actually we have a video of the hawk swooping down from, I'm guessing, like one of the trees or the power lines right in front of our house, swooping down at one of the chickens, and then passing by and landing on the roof. So it missed the chicken, but it's, those animals are crazy dangerous, and they're going after our chickens. So we're trying our best to protect them. There's my favorite chickens again. We also have quail here, but I'm gonna do a video on these later on, because these guys are, kind of special in a way, where we don't really like them too much, because they don't really do anything. They keep fighting, so we think there's too many males, but I'm going to go into another video, so look forward to that. Let us know if you have any questions about our setup in here. I did leave out a few things, but I'm going to still shoot another video to go through everything. I'm going to probably do a little more smaller detail video, going through some of the smaller stuff here. But let us know what you think, and if you guys like these videos, like and subscribe. Comment below what you want to see next. And I hope you guys have an awesome day.